Iceland is an island and European country located in the North Atlantic Ocean, southeast of Greenland and northwest of Scandinavia and Great Britain. With a population of 356,991 and an area of 103,000 square kilometers, it is the least densely populated country in Europe. Iceland is a volcanically and geologically active island. Iceland boasts stunning landscapes that everyone would want to see. You can tour Iceland in less than 24 hours. You can drive around Iceland in 24 hours. There are no mosquitoes in Iceland. Since the cold climate is not suitable for mosquitoes to survive, there are none. The only native mammal is the Arctic fox. There are approximately 8,000 to 10,000 Arctic foxes in Iceland. Arctic foxes are listed on the IUCN Red List. Our video begins to show you the most beautiful places in Iceland. The Golden Circle is a tourist route in southwestern Iceland. It is a roughly 300-kilometer loop that runs from Reykjavik to the southern highlands of Iceland and back, and includes some of Iceland's most visited tourist attractions. The Golden Circle is an excellent option for a day trip from Reykjavik. Many travelers prefer to drive there themselves and often begin their Icelandic road trip adventures by visiting the Golden Circle. To fully explore the Golden Circle route and make the most of each stop, plan to set aside 6 to 8 hours, taking into account the driving times between locations. The Snaefellsnes Peninsula is located in western Iceland between Reykjavik and the Eastfjords. The peninsula is easily accessible year-round and is a very popular destination for both tourists and Icelanders. Comprising stunning natural landscapes, Snaefellsnes features a glacier-capped volcano, lava fields, basalt cliffs, and tranquil fishing villages, embodying a miniature version of Iceland. The peninsula is known for its incredibly beautiful and dramatic scenery and encompasses all of Iceland's unique natural elements in one place. The Snaefellsnes Peninsula boasts everything Iceland has to offer: untouched lava fields, towering volcanoes, mystical glaciers, and everything from black sand beaches to white sand beaches, a national park, and the treacherous cliffs along the coastline. The mountains in the Eastfjords are younger, steeper, and more rugged than the gently sloping mountains of the Westfjords. The region's stunning hiking trails lead nature lovers to fjords, waterfalls, and other natural wonders. Be sure to visit the enchanting Storard Cliffs with their deep blue waters and extraordinary surroundings. You can also hike to Gullfoss Waterfall located near the town of Gylstaddir. South of the Fjord, you'll find numerous striking fjords, each vying to be more beautiful than the next. Among them is the Fjord, which many consider to be Iceland's most beautiful fjord. Vestrahorn Mountain, located on Iceland's Snaefellsnes Peninsula, is perhaps one of the most photographed mountains in the country. Its stunning pointed peaks, light color, and picturesque setting next to a blacks and beach in southeastern Iceland make it a striking photo opportunity. As an added bonus, there's a pretty cool Viking village at the foot of Vestrahorn Mountain. This village was originally built as a film set for a movie that was never made. When the tide comes in, water from the ocean spreads over the sand at the base of the mountain, forming a very shallow lagoon called Geysir. On a calm day, this lagoon offers stunning reflections of the mountain, allowing you to capture magnificent reflection photos of Vestrahorn. However, as you may or may not know, calm days are quite rare in Iceland. It's almost always windy here. In the Geysir area, you actually feel as if you're inside a natural laboratory. The underground waters reach different temperatures at different depths. The water near the surface boils more quickly, while the water deeper down boils later due to pressure. When the boiling pressure rises, the entire volume of water shoots upward all at once. This is exactly how a geyser eruption occurs. The star of the geyser field is Strákur. Strákur shoots water reaching 100 degrees Celsius from underground up to 30 meters high. Although it is generally said to erupt every 8 to 10 minutes, you can sometimes even witness it erupting twice within seconds of each other. There are other geysers in the area, but some have shifted due to earthquakes and become dormant. You can easily tell this by the rising steam vents. Gullfoss features two distinct viewing platforms, one at the top and one at the bottom. The wind can be quite strong. If you visit during the winter months, you'll need to dress very warmly. Did you know that none of Iceland's waterfalls are owned by the state? Gullfoss was privately owned for years. While the landowner's father was open to selling the waterfall, his daughter, Sigurðardóttir's daughter, strongly opposed the sale and fought a major battle. It was her determination that prevented the British from purchasing the waterfall and building a dam. To honor this stance, the Icelandic people erected a statue in the area in Sigurðard's memory. Today, the waterfall is under special state protection to maintain ecological balance. The effects of global warming in the icy realm are most clearly visible at Vatnajökull. The glaciers, which cover 10% of Iceland, have now begun to melt slowly. Vatnajökull, Europe's largest glacier, is 800 meters deep and covers an area of 8,000 square kilometers. However, it is shrinking at an alarming rate due to melting. To illustrate this danger, exactly 1,000 years ago, there was no lake at Vatnajökull. Instead, there was a 30-meter deep layer of ice. This is what we mean by the melting of the glaciers. As the glaciers melt and shrink, the lake surrounding them grows. While the tip of the Vatnajökull glacier reached the sea 100 years ago, it is now 2 kilometers inland from the sea. One of the iconic stops in eastern Iceland. However, a small warning, you'll see the separate points on the map. One is the western side of the canyon, the other is the eastern side. If you want to walk into the canyon, head to the eastern side toward the Studlagil Waterfall parking lot, cross the bridge and continue along a bumpy but passable dirt road. There's a 1.5-mile hike from the parking lot. Walking among the basalt columns is a unique experience. If you have the time, be sure to add it to your list. There's a staircase-lined viewing area on the north side, but the south side is by far more impressive. It requires a roughly 2-kilometer hike. Viðey is a small coastal village with a population of 300 located in southern Iceland, approximately 180 kilometers from the capital, Reykjavik. It serves as an important hub for tourists and residents in the vicinity of the Vatnajökull glacier. The beaches along Vik's coastline, which generally experience stormy weather, were selected by the American magazine Islands magazine in 1991 as one of the 10 most beautiful beaches in the world. Nestled amidst pristine white snow, the Blue Lagoon's rich thermal waters with their deep blue geothermal seawater defying the cold offer healing waters that will help you forget all your fatigue. The Blue Lagoon promises visitors youth, beauty, and health. If you visit this place, where you'll have the opportunity to witness the northern lights amidst Iceland's active lava fields, glacial mountains, and plains covered in fiery volcanoes, you'll never regret it. Iceland, the homeland of the Vikings, is located in the far north of the northern hemisphere. Although the country's name means land of ice, it actually has a mild climate due to the influence of the Gulf Stream. Reykjavik, the capital of a country where both day and night can last 24 hours at different times of the year, is the city closest to the Arctic Circle on Earth. It is estimated that as recently as 10,000 years ago, the entire capital, which is home to half the country's population, was covered in glaciers. Reykjavik is situated on the coast of Faxaflói Bay in southwestern Iceland. The Reykjavik coastal area is characterized by peninsulas, coves, straits, and islands. %89 of homes in Reykjavik are heated exclusively by geothermal energy, while 9% are heated using renewable energy sources, including geothermal energy or hydropower. Non-renewable energy sources are used in only 1% of homes. It is Iceland's second largest city as of 2023. Its population is 39,810, located in the southwestern part of the country. The city lies between the capital, Reykjavik, and the town of Garðabær. Iceland's tallest building, the Smertorg Tower, is located in the center of Kopavogur. Until the 1930s, almost no one lived in the city. Its population grew as a result of buildings constructed by Reykjavik residents for vacation use in Kopavogur. Additionally, people migrated to the city from the island's more remote areas. Kópavogur is home to an art museum called Gurgarsafn, which opened in 1994. The museum primarily features works by Icelandic artists. As one of Iceland's enchanting fjord towns, Hafnarfjörður captivates visitors with both its natural beauty and rich history. Home to a Viking village, this region has welcomed many civilizations over the centuries, each leaving its own unique mark. Today, Hafnarfjörður offers a paradise waiting to be discovered by both history enthusiasts and nature lovers. In this village, rich in Viking culture, local legends, and mystical nature, it is possible to trace the footsteps of the past while also enjoying the amenities of modern life. Hafnarfjörður stands out as a place where the Viking legacy is still very much alive. Through the city's unique cultural events and festivals, these historical roots are kept alive even today. The streets of Hafnarfjörður are filled with traces of its Viking past. Therefore, visitors do not merely embark on a historical journey but also have the opportunity to savor this deep-rooted culture. Known as the capital of northern Iceland, Akureyri is an important port and fishing center. The area where Akureyri is located was first settled in the 9th century, but it did not gain municipal status until 1786. Allied forces were stationed in the town during World War II. After the war, the city experienced further growth as Iceland's population increasingly moved to urban areas. The region has a relatively mild climate due to geographical factors, and the town's ice-free harbor has played a significant role throughout its history. We've come to the end of this video where I've shared some of the amazing places you must see in Iceland. If you'd like to learn about other places to visit in countries like this, don't forget to like my video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on notifications.